Hi guys, and welcome to this very short but very cool little episode of the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Over the last few weeks, I've been speaking with Shrewsbury Town Football Club. I have an idea to tell some stories about the romantic relationship between Shrewsbury the community and Shrewsbury the football club. So we are going to be speaking to long-time supporters, long-time serving staff members. To this particular bit of audio is from the open day. Me, my wife, and Timmy, who's absolutely besotted with the club. We are too, but he's even more so. We turned up. I took a mic just in case because I thought it would have been a great opportunity for great conversations. I thought I'd rather have the mic and not need it. But it turns out we've got a couple of great interviews here. So at the tail end of last season, and continuing now, I've been in a discussion with Joe, who's head of media there at Shrewsbury Town, and Jamie Edwards as well, who you may have heard on the show before. He's been on a couple of times actually, in his capacity as his role at Shrewsbury Town, the community at the time, which is now Shrewsbury Town Foundation, the charity which runs alongside the club. And these talks that we've been having, we're going to meet up and have a coffee and talk about what we want to do. But I think it's progressing really well. I think what I'm trying to do is kind of break the ice a little bit, introduce myself to those guys, and the club in particular, and people around the club as well, just to realise I'm not some invasive a journalist who's trying to get scoops or who's trying to get the latest transfer news. Or I'm not interested. I mean, I am interested in that as a supporter of a club, but that's in my own personal capacity amongst other supporters. But as what I'm doing here with the Biscuit, it's all about those stories, those things that matter. I want to get those cup games that people remember, the goals that people remember, the what it means to be a supporter of this club. I think that is the most important thing. You know, you walk up to the stadium and you see these great banners of players that have come and gone and meant so much to people of this community, and you know there are also supporters of this club from all around the world. There's a banner I see every time I go to a game about American supporters of Shrewsbury Town, and we see on Facebook groups, towels and shirts, and from supporters from all around the world. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to talk about. So this open day was a great opportunity, and I've got to say it was very, very well organised. We got more than we bargained for a free day. We got to go and have a look at the players' coach, have a wander around that. We got to have a tour around the stadium. And as we came at the end of the tour, all the players were lined up on a very long table. My son had a piece of paper with all the player names on there, most of the player names on there. And Timmy got every single autograph from all the players. It was a really great day. But let's focus on the interviews that I got from that day, and you'll get an idea of what I wanted to get. So we're starting off with PC Chris Raymond, who is the dedicated football officer. So let's get into it, shall we? Okay, so I'm Alex from the Shrewsbury Biscuit podcast. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's PC Chris Raymond. I'm the dedicated football officer for Shrewsbury Town Football Club.
It's an open day today, so people can come and talk to you about your duties and what you guys do at the club, and you can encourage them that the club's in good hands with the police, with you guys, because you must have an awful lot to do when it comes to match day.
Absolutely, yeah. So we work very closely with the club, particularly the safety officer, Lawrence, in planning fixtures during the week. Close relationship just to try and find out how many tickets have been sold, home and away end, making sure that everyone's catered for and that we've got sufficient resources on for that particular game. Like I say, I do most home and away games as well, so I'm able to build that relationship with the fans, both in Shrewsbury or at the away game. So it's really good role that I've got and something that I really enjoy.
Really interesting to hear you say that you do away games as well. I mean, so that must take an incredible amount of resources to go out there and look at the fans that they're going to, and you must do some research into that, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. So across the country, every club has got a dedicated football officer, similar role to myself, and they will come to Shrewsbury when requested. So, for example, yesterday we played Coventry, so we had some officers from Coventry come down. They know their fans better than what I do, and they're able to do some really good interactions and community engagement. And likewise, when I go away, there's familiar faces that I see within the support groups. So it's great to have that continuity, really.
So yeah, you guys get together with the travelling fan police officer, football support officer, and be like, oh, that guy's the one to watch and that guy's the one to watch, and do you guys exchange notes in that way?
Yeah, it's just about having that engagement with people, really, and say, look, we've got this group here, absolutely fine, we've got a group there that we just want to do some engagement with him and make sure that everyone's okay, everyone's safe. So it works out really well, and we work really well with them.
Brilliant. And you get to inspire kids today. You just put my kid in handcuffs today. How impactful do you think this is when it comes to coming here, being seen in the community, and then maybe creating an inspiring police officer, young police officer might want to come do it?
Well, that's what we want. We want people to we're here to break down these barriers to I'm part of the community as well, and we want people to see that we're humans at the end of the day. We've got a like-minded agreement. We enjoy football, we enjoy sport, and we want to work together with the community. So this is massive today, this community engagement, being able to come down here and speak to everyone and introduce what we do, what I do, and see some smiley people.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for chatting to me today. I'm sure we'll bump heads at some point because I've got some plans with the club, but thank you for chatting to me today.
No worries. So I'm sure I'll see you in the future.
You will, yeah. Thank you. Cheers. So this next bit is quite cool. We were wandering around the stadium. We were like, it's an open day. What's open, right? And so me, my wife, my son, we went to go and watch the players were doing some training up on the great 4G pitches they got there, and we saw Jamie. I'll explain all this in the next audio bit, but it's worth illustrating that we found the door and we were like, it's an open day. So we walked into the door at the side of the stadium, and it's one of the double doors that opened, not one of the smaller ones. And we were walking around the stadium, and there was like nobody there, and it was so eerie because usually I go there, it's full of thousands of people, and we're wandering around like, I think we've come in the wrong way. And when you walk in so far, you're like, wow, it's gonna be so far to turn around and come back. We were just walking around, and one of the head security guys was like, hey, come over here, and he was very polite. He was like, yeah, we're not opening that, but up yet, it'll confuse people with the tour and stuff, so he helped us out. So that's what happened. That's what this next bit's going to explain. And then we met a steward, Michael, who we had a good chat with. So these next audio bits are kind of self-explanatory, and I'll meet you at the end of them. All right, cool.
I'm not really much sort of a sport alike, but I talk about the hub and everything. So.
But when you speak about being a supporter, by the way, I'm Alex. Yeah. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Michael McCall. I work here as a steward at the club.
Nice. But when you talk about supporting a club, I try to explain to my son and my older son as well. When it comes to like support, it works in a number of different ways. It doesn't necessarily mean like standing in the stands, beating your hand on the shot. Exactly. It means like an exchange of energy, right?
Yes, totally. It's like since I've been working here as well, like I've met up with like a lot of locals as well. So like they come up to talk to me during the game at half time as well, and it's like a real close knit sort of family since I started working here. It's like every single game, I can't wait to start working again because like it's nice to meet up with everyone, see how they are doing and everything like that. And yeah, it's just a really nice, wonderful atmosphere here. It's just really amazing.
So you moved here last year, did you say, or you've been here about a year?
Yes, I moved here from London. So yeah, and of course it's like a total sort of change of pace here, coming out here, and
you can actually look at people.
They actually talk to you as well in the middle of the street, which is actually more welcoming as well. We get that sort of thing in London. So, but yeah, it's been really wonderful since I moved here, and yeah, I've been enjoying living ever since.
Sorry about the sound effects in the background. There's kids playing with police vans behind us. And what I was going to say was that I've spoken to stewards as a supporter. I mean, we've only been supporting the club properly for since last season. You know, we fell deep in love with the club. Now we've got our first season tickets. But the stewards I've spoken to, there's someone that's worked here for like 20 odd years.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people here from the old sort of stadium as well, sort of days, and I kind of like learn off of them sort of thing. Like so they always got like sort of interesting sort of stories to tell. So like sort of knowledge and stuff like that. They even say like, oh yeah, the stadium's changed a lot of things, but a lot of things really haven't as well, sort of thing. Like I mean, there's still a great atmosphere here every single match day and everything. And
I bet you learn a lot of tricks of the trade. Don't speak to them that way. Don't go all in. These guys are okay. These ones are the ones to watch. I mean, how's that as an experience with you?
Oh, it's very much interesting. Like, you know, I've been over the other side of the barricade, especially last season when who did we play? It was one of our rivals as well. So that was the first time I was on the opposite side of the pitch. So I was like, okay, that was an interesting experience as I worked here. So yeah,
they get a bit excited, don't they? We've been there. We've been in the stands when we played Forest Green and Bowman scored that last second goal.
That was unbelievable. I knew like. Because we were playing like last season, like I knew how we always come back in the second sort of half and just come back like that in sort of dramatic sort of fashion. It was definitely one of the best games of last season, totally here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for chatting to me, and I wish you the best of luck working for the next season.
Yeah, no problem at all. Can't wait at all. And it's really great to see everyone here next season as well.
Brilliant. Thanks for chatting.
Yeah,
Cheers.
No problem at all.
So yeah, after speaking to Michael, and there was a queue for a very small queue at first for the tour, and they you walk through the straight into the changing rooms, which I'd never seen before. I've been to Anfield and Stamford Bridge. I've done different stadiums around the country, but when it's your hometown and the team that you love, it's something quite special. So we went into the changing rooms. It was really, really cool. It's interesting, the stark differences always between the home changing rooms and the away, isn't it? I think that's quite funny. And then we went out to the pitch, went down the tunnel, which was quite cool. And then I was walking around, and so after the tour, we came back out, and I first of all I filmed the queue, which by the time we come out and did our tour, the queue stretched the whole length of the car park and L-shaped back up the car park as well. It was huge. So many people there to go to the tour. If you went to the tour, hope you enjoyed it. And then as we were walking away, my wife's dragging me by my arm. She was like, Mickey's there. Mickey's more. So I was like, oh gosh. So I was going to go and interview Micky Moore, the director of football. And I just remember being like super nervous because I didn't want to come across as one of those really, like I mentioned at the beginning, one of those invasive reporters that's going to be like, yo, a word for the biscuit, I wanted to come across as, a friend of Shrewsbury, I guess. It sounds daft, but I tried to come across that way. He was all right. He was really good. He seemed like he was a bit tentative at first, but we had a really good chat. So, this is me chatting to Director of Football Micky Moore. Take a listen. But Micky, seeing this queue here for this club, the passion here, how important is that for you?
No, very good. A bit overwhelmed, really. I didn't think there was going to be that many people here today. So yeah, very good, very impressive.
The players, we just took my kid around. We got all the interviews. They seem really happy to see the fans, and it's an exciting build up to the season, right?
No, definitely. The players should embrace this, and it's just. This just goes to show one of the reasons why I came here. A big club, passionate fan base. So, really impressive today, and looking forward to the season then.
So a bit about the Shrewsbury Biscuit as well, just to let you know that we're all about community. It's all about positive community relations stuff, especially when it comes to the club. And this is the perfect thing for this show and talking about the club and what it means to the community. And you say it's a big part of why you come here. And I mean, I've got to say, we have bought our first ever season ticket for any club ever because we walked in last year and we were absolutely blown away by the passion and the chemistry here. So you must be really excited for the new season because of that, right?
Oh no, 100%. You see it as much as I do, and like I say, it's a big reason of why I left a really good, stable football club to come here because of what you see today. It's, the weather's really nice. The fans have come out. the players are integrating with the fans. So yeah, it's really good, really good.
And what did it feel like yesterday, unleashing yours and Matt's team to the fans? For the first time, was that a moment of pride for you guys?
No, definitely. Listen, it's still a work in progress. We're still not there. We've still got probably, 3 or 4 still to sign, but we're progressing nicely. We're progressing in the right way, and it was nice for the fans to see a glimpse of what they're going to see this year. I think the game and the players performed well on the day.
Yeah. And how naturally have you guys sort of blended in with I saw you just chatting to the staff members, and I've been chatting to some of the staff members today. How quickly have you guys sort of blended into things here as far as the staff's concerned?
Yeah, we've tried to blend in as quickly as we can. Listen, we're not going to get round to everybody straight away, but we're trying our best to interact with everybody, because we know how important this football club is to the community and to people. So it's our roles to try and get round everyone, speak to everyone, see everyone, which is what we're trying to do, because we know how important it is. We've got a role and responsibility to look after the football club and the football side of it as much as anyone else.
Brilliant. Well, I won't harass you too much. This isn't a Sun or a BBC thing. I'm just I want to tell stories, and this is your story about a guy with another guy who gets together to run a club. Yeah. And I bet the emotions now, running up to the start of the season that must be intense for you guys, right?
No, definitely, because obviously you've got to put a squad together that is competitive. You want to put a team out there that is show that the community can be proud of. Yeah. Play a style of football, a system, an energy that when they leave here on a Saturday at 5 to 5, whatever the result is, that they still walk away with they're proud of their team, because we're going to lose games of football. That's inevitable, but it's how you lose. It's not when you lose, it's how you lose, and that's going to be important for us going forward. Yeah. And we need to make sure that the players are aware of that. I think they are. Like I say, I think there's been a good foundation set by the football, over the last couple of years anyway. So it's our role and responsibility to nurture that and try and get a little bit more out of them.
Yeah, down to good ownership, of course. Well, thank you very much. I'll let you go on your way.
Thank you.
Thank you for chatting to me
today.
Thank you. How great was that? It was just by chance that we saw him, and there was a Q&A afterwards for the fans, and I spoke to Joe about getting a microphone in there, and he's like, "No, this is just for the fans. There's no BBC. There's no no press there." So we were very lucky to get that interview, and it wasn't. I just it's all casual. It's all very relaxed with the biscuit. Anyway, it's never like an interview. That was very interviewee for me. That was kind of like, if I'm going to have these conversations with fans and with staff members, we're going to do it for about an hour with a cup of tea and a biscuit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of conversation that I want. The Vox Pox things is great, but you don't really get a sense of the character behind the roles of these clubs. So if that opportunity ever comes up with any of the senior staff members, then of course, yeah, we'll take that up. But for now, that was really good, Mickey. Thank you so much for chatting to me. Right, moving on to our last bit now of this very small but very, very good little podcast that we put together. Speaking to one of my favourite people at the club, and that's Jamie Edwards. If you don't know, Jamie Edwards is the CEO of Shrewsbury Town Foundation, the charity that runs alongside the club. But as far as the club's capacity is concerned, he is the Chief Business Development Officer at the football club. So he has multiple roles within the footballing community in the town. So he's a great guy to speak to, especially when it's an open day that's revealing a brand new team with a brand new system in front of this great community. So here is Jamie Edwards. So I bumped into our good old friend Jamie Edwards, now working in capacity with the club.
Yeah, both at the moment. Yeah, so
still working with the foundation as well. Then?
Yeah, still chief exec at the foundation and chief business development officer at the football club.
How do you wear those two different hats, and how different are the roles? I mean,
they're not too dissimilar. Obviously, one's a charitable role, so the charity side of the football club and the foundation and the work that we do, outreaching into the community. But then, when you think about developing business, it's doing exactly the same. It's having the business of the football club going out into the community as well. So whether that's supporting the commercial side of the football club or supporting trying to get more people here, which is great today. When you've seen attendance yesterday, surprised us a little bit. There was more than what we thought, and then the attendance and the queue across the car park that we can see here at the moment is a nice surprise that it's starting to build.
I've struggled with the off season because obviously the things that fans talk about, the negativity, all that kind of thing, I don't gel well with that. I'm all about positivity and stuff, so I knew it kind of all balanced out at the end there. But to see the support from both yesterday and today, it does balance out. It makes me realise that this club is a well-supported club, and they do mean well in the end.
Yeah, we are a well-supported club. We are a community club, a family club, and days like this just prove it. I think social media is the root of all evil, to be honest, and people will always use it to be negative.
Of course, yeah.
There's not that many people that will come on and say what a fantastic day we've had today, but if there's a bad experience, whether it's a restaurant, whatever, it's an easy platform, isn't it, just to have a moan and vent. So I'm not a fan at the moment. I pretty much don't take any notice of social media anymore, and try and get the feedback from face to face, really.
It's probably a healthy option, actually. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to be. Am I in the way? Are you okay? Sorry, I didn't know if you was waiting to ask you a question. But to see all this today, the queue, I just recorded it, went all the way up to the top of the car park and all the way around.
Yeah, I think from the minute go this morning when we've got the academy here, we've got the women's team are playing later, we've got a load of the foundation work, the disability session I went to watch with Elliot Bennett being the star man with Meadow and a few of the other players there. It's just what we want to be as a football club, is to try and integrate the football club with the local community, with local businesses, because we have a duty as a football club to give back to these people that support us every week. It was pouring down with rain yesterday and people were out supporting and cheering and spending their money here, and that's what we need to be able to survive and progress, I suppose.
And that's a huge draw as well. I mean, we spoke to Micky Moore. We managed to grab him for 5 minutes quickly. It was really nice, actually. I was like, "Oh my God, Micky!" And he said that was a big, one of the big reasons why he came here is because of the community, which is really nice to hear, right?
Yeah, it is nice. I think it's not just the foundation's work. The foundation has grown massively, which is great, and gives us a foundation, not to use a pun there, but
That's great.
it gives us a platform, I suppose, to go and do this work. And like I said, days like today get so much bigger because we're already ingrained with some of these groups that are lifelong fans, to be honest. So it's what we're here and what we're trying to do.
And that's what we want to start doing with the Biscuit. At the awards ceremony at the end of the year, we spoke to so many people that have been supporting the club 50, 60 years. I've just been chatting to a steward who's been here a year, and he's just fallen head over heels with the club as something as a support structure.
Yeah.
And so whether you've been here for a year, supporting the club for the 2 years that we have been, whatever, it grabs you and it's really nice. I love that.
Exactly. And I think part of days like today, not everybody here are season ticket holders, and we know from the data we've got about 8,000 floating fans. So we've got 3,500 season ticket holders plus then another 8,000 floating fans. So how do we get this experience here that they want to come every single week, and how do we get that stadium full? Because we can't guarantee the results. That's one thing that no football club can guarantee results. But what we can guarantee is a welcoming family atmosphere, and like I said, days like today just really build on that reputation.
Brilliant. Thanks for chatting with me today, and thank you to everybody at the club for putting on a great day today.
No worries. See you soon.
Thank you. And there we have it. Everybody we spoke to on this day was fantastic. I probably could have got more. When we finished the interview with Jamie, we did stick around for a bit, but this was like an icebreaker. It's like this is an introduction to, hi, my name's Alex, and this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm not necessarily going to be doing the Vox Pox thing. If you do see me at the games, I do have a season ticket, so I'll be at most home games, and you see me with my microphone, please come and say hello. If you listen to this and you've been supporting for 20 odd years, if you've been supporting the club since you were a kid, or whatever it is, if you're a member of staff and you listen to this, first of all, hello, reach out to me, and we can organise something. Everything that is run through the club, as far as staff, ex-players, anything like that, will be run through Joe, through the media team, just to make sure that we can do it okay. It'll all be above board. And I'd love to get. I've already spoken to a couple of people that I think would be brilliant, absolutely brilliant to get on the show. But if you think you're one of those people, please email me. My email is shrewsburybiscuitpodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, we're on Threads, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere. So just find us on wherever's best for you, and just get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. This little spin-off on the biscuit needs its own little name, its own designation. So I'd like if you guys, the listeners, the fans, the supporters, if you could help us come up with a really cool name for this, so that, you know, if you're on Spotify and you're on the Shrewsbury Biscuit, you know, there's like 450 episodes out there. But if this had a specific designation, then you'd be able to put it into the search bar. So if you have a really cool, a really Shrewsbury specific designation for these podcasts, please get in touch with me wherever you want to do it, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. Like I said, you know, the Shrewsbury Biscuit. What can we call it? So get in touch, let me know. I'd be delighted if you guys could name this spin-off of the show. I'm very delighted that we're going to be doing this. There's a lot of work to do, and I'm really pleased that we're doing it. Really am. So anyway, if you've listened to this, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. If you want to come on the show for this designated spin-off type show, get in touch. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you to everybody that spoke to us. I hope you guys enjoyed the open day, and good luck to the town for this next season coming up. Much love, guys. Peace out.